Hi, welcome back to In the Spotlight. I'm Rachel, and I'll be your host this episode. Today we are interviewing Coach Boyd about recruiting for college. We'll be back in 15. Coach Boyd is a teacher and a head basketball coach at Hiram High School. He's been teaching and coaching for 14 to 15 years. He played basketball at Tennessee Tech and earned his master's degree after college. And today he's here to talk about getting into college and college recruitment. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What is the recruiting process like?
Now it has changed. Everything is always changing, and for high school kids, it's tough now because with COVID happening, it changed a lot of the recruiting rules and things that kids that were in college at the time of COVID can do, and how much longer they can stay. So right now, for a high school kid to get recruited, athletically, it's tougher because you have, guys that are 20, 21, 22, and some even 23 that are staying longer, because of the rule changes that has happened.
How do you know if a college is right for you?
There are a couple things that kids can do. Kids can visit the college. Sometimes the coaches from that college will come and talk to the kid away from the school that they're being recruited from in a different environment, and just trying to get a feel for the kid in different environments and stuff.
So if you commit to a school, but then after you realize the school isn't right for you, is it too late for you to commit to another one?
There are rules for that, but it's not. Sometimes your eligibility can be taken away, but for most kids, you can decommit from a school and open up your recruitment again and visit other schools.
So when did colleges start noticing you?
Around the end of my sophomore year, beginning of my junior year in high school, and you get colleges that contact you, come to practices, send you letters, call your coach and stuff. And so around the end of my sophomore year, beginning of my junior year, colleges were coming out.
So was basketball the only sport that you played in high school, or you played other ones?
Basketball was the only one. Believe it or not, I played in a band, and that kind of faded away because basketball kind of took precedent.
What instrument did you play?
Trombone.
Trombone. Oh, I wanted to play that. I ended up playing the trumpet. But what type of dedication does it take to play at a college level?
It's a lot of dedication. I tell kids now, especially my kids I coach, any free time you have, you are going to be in a gym, or you're going to be in a classroom, or you're going to be in study hall. There's really no downtime. So any free time you have, it's going to require you to work on your craft. And basketball, football, baseball, if that's what you do, any sport or any activity, that's what you're going to have to put the extra time in. And there's going to be some restless nights, long nights and stuff.
So what advice would you give to younger athletes who are trying to be recruited or who are looking into colleges and stuff like that?
Continue to work on your craft, but also work hard in the classroom. Academically, kids don't understand how important that is, because kids are more focused on getting an athletic scholarship, but knowing that an academic scholarship is more important and probably more beneficial than an athletic scholarship. Because now you have, I'm trying to say that kids are better off getting into a school academically and maybe walking on to a team, and have a better chance that way than getting recruited. There are millions of kids that are playing sports, and now that you have to compete against, and it's just tough. It's very, very tough.
So it's not kind of a slow question, but I always thought that you couldn't play at a college or at a college level unless you were kind of recruited onto the team, but you can walk onto it and just try out.
Yeah, so you can walk on, and for those kids I guess when I played, they were there to, help with, um, practices, and also academically help, the team's GPA. But, you know, walking on is not a bad option. It's actually, like I said, more beneficial than an athletic scholarship.
I heard at the student versus staff basketball game you was playing like you was back in college in your youth again. How was that?
I really enjoyed it. And being around the kids and playing against the kids, and they just always have something, against, I guess, me as far as playing and stuff. And I knew my team, we were gonna win. I knew we were. I had some great teammates. Ms. Holmes, Mr. Jones, Coach from Anaya, Coach Butler, he hit a couple threes. Miss Shepard, Coach Mikey Jones, Miss Bryant. If I'm missing anybody, but I had to take over, and for me, when I get that ball in my hands and I just clock out, and I get the Michael Jordan mentality, Kobe mentality, LeBron. So it's like,
Michael Jordan mentality.
So and when you get that mentality, ain't no telling. So but we came out with the victory. I can't wait till next year's group. Who's ever on the team, the senior team. We're gonna win next year, the year after that. So however long I'm here, we're gonna win. So but I enjoyed it.
I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to come
Gotcha.
to the game next year.
Gotcha.
If you lose, I'm
Gotcha.
going to bring back this interview.
Gotcha.
But thank you for coming today. Join us next week for our last spotlight where I will be directing, and I have a big surprise for you all, so make sure to tune in. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Ciao.